Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
It's Robbie with Believe in the Run.
This is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And you're back for a fun-filled, packed podcast.
Holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah. Why is there a C in front of Hanukkah?
You can spell it two ways.
Why?
I don't know. I don't
That
make the
to
rules.
me is they don't do good branding.
Some people say Hanukkah, some people say
Chronukah.
Chronukah.
they still say Hanukkah, but there's a silent C.
Well, no, like Chronukah.
Wait, there's I assumed it was a
Or
silent
is
C.
it Hanukkah? It's probably something like that. But that they got bad branding, which is strange because typically,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, we need Whitefoot Jarrett to come on the show and give his Jarrett Weisberg and give his full in-depth history.
it'll take 8 days though.
Yeah.
If you're out there getting ready to celebrate Hanukkah, you know, congrats.
Yeah, when does it's probably starting one of these
No,
days,
I
right?
Googled it. It starts on Christmas.
Oh. Is that like Passover? You never know when it starts?
Exactly. It's on a different calendar.
Sorry for being so ignorant about this stuff, but you know how it is.
Yeah.
We never claim ourselves to be the most educated bunch in the world.
No, but you know that Google released this chip that says that there is actually a multiverse?
Oh, I thought that you were going to say there's a Hanukkah
No,
that starts
the two things
on
that
a different day.
Two things that blew my mind. Well, a multiverse is Christmas and Hanukkah. That's two different
True.
verses, and they have different calendars. So I was going.
They should make a holiday called Chronukah. That's
like
probably
that.
exists in certain circles.
I would believe Snoop Dogg celebrates Chronukah.
Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, but with the multiverse, that one blew my mind with this new chip that Google has.
Okay, so I don't understand. You got to explain a little bit more.
The chip's existence in itself points at having a multiverse because the only chip that would do the same work right now that we have would take 1 trillion years to do it.
Oh, I have heard about this.
So this chip is actually, they're saying, has to be accessing multiverses to
because
computational power.
It almost like breaks the laws of physics or whatever.
Exactly. And the other one that blew my mind was this guy was talking about space travel and the speed of light. And we could get to, it would take about, I think he said like, it was like some ridiculous short period of time to get to the next closest galaxy.
Uh-huh.
He said, and to get back, if you could travel at near the speed of light, he goes, the only problem is you wouldn't be able to tell anybody about, because by the time you got back, it'd be 4 million years later on Earth.
Man, hold on. I'm breaking my head.
I know.
I was just thinking about chips. The only kind of chips that I was thinking more kettle cooked or something.
Well,
some kettle cooked chips feel like I'm in a multiverse depending on the flavor.
I also think that Megan time travels because when she runs a marathon, it's about an hour faster than us. Mm-hmm. And by the time we're done,
that's actually
she's already had cocktails.
Yeah, there's definitely some time travel going on there.
Yeah. Thomas also believes everything he sees on Instagram now.
I mean, there's no reason not to.
What have I been wrong about?
So this week he sent me a reel. And it said it was Deep Creek, Maryland.
Uh-huh.
And it was Lake Como.
No. I haven't been to Deep Creek in a while. Maybe it looks like Lake Como.
Like in Italy?
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
You can't prove where it was.
No, it was 100% from Italy. And he sends it to me as if like, because he's always looking at like real estate, like places where we could get like a cool like lakeshore home or some place where we could go to vacay. And so I think the intent was to be like, look how great Deep Creek is. And I was like,
possibly.
It took me 15 seconds to realize that was in fact not Deep Creek.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, yeah, look at how great this could be.
Look, I also I don't do like in depth. When I'm going through Instagram, I scroll, I see something, I go, oh, that's cool. Send that.
Yeah.
It's not like I go, let me read the entire thing and see the fine print. And maybe like Deep Creek is the Lake Como.
No, the person who posted it was trying to make everyone believe that was deep. Like, I don't know what people are doing on Instagram, just posting.
I've seen these before. I don't know if in Instagram. By the way, Deep Creek is a man-made lake in Western Maryland.
Okay, fun fact, there's no natural lakes in Maryland at all.
Yeah. There's just reservoirs and
quarries.
I don't know, army projects. But I've seen this though. People will post, there's a lot of AI generated stuff, and it's like the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania, not even what it looks like. There is this quote unquote Grand Canyon, Pennsylvania. That's a real thing, but
is it grand?
It actually is pretty grand by Pennsylvania standards, but I'm like, what is the point of this? I don't even understand the engagement part of it. Why do you need? Why
That's
are you
what I'm
getting
saying.
that?
What brand deals are they getting from that?
Wait, I think that you guys why do you immediately go to brand deals?
Well, what are you doing?
I think there's all kinds of reasons for these bots on Instagram. They build up a giant following, then they sell the account to someone.
You think that's what's going on?
I think that's one of them. I know that what they do is they'll try to build up a huge audience quickly.
Yeah.
And they use all the little techniques, and then they go to a business and you can change the name. So then you buy it and you look like you have, 50 to 200,000 followers, and you're like, boom.
Did we talk about this on another episode about how, I think we did, but how if a reel goes viral now,
Yeah, we talked about that.
it doesn't get any.
You said it doesn't necessarily do anything for the account.
Yeah, and on that, but remember when it actually did? Like you would, if someone had a viral post or reel, they would end up getting like 50,000 followers from it. Remember that?
I mean, I look at like the Haktua phenomenon
Yeah,
that happened this past summer.
yeah,
That arc used to be like you had like 6 months
right.
of it being funny and t-shirts and
Yeah,
all sorts of stuff. Now I really feel like you have like 3 to 4 weeks and it's gone.
maybe. Yeah, and then
Yeah, but she got like a podcast.
and then
stuff.
it was horrible. Of course, I don't.
Was it
think,
already done?
I think so. And then she did a meme coin that she might go to jail for at this point.
Okay.
Do you think that she actually knew what she was doing? Like, do you think someone said, "Hey, let's do a Bitcoin and
Probably not,
or
but
a blockchain coin"? And
I don't think, but I don't know if that absolves you from the potential, whatever violation, SEC violations from cashing out on it immediately after it spikes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how hard that stuff is to prove. I will tell you that Bitcoin, man, it hit another high.
Did it?
Yeah.
I haven't really been paying attention to Bitcoin.
You don't want to if you're not in it. You get mad.
Was it 110?
It's like, I think it hit like 102 or something. Or
Oh,
103.
okay. That's all right.
Yeah. But
Whatever. Anyways, for those of you not in the superpower computational chips, what do you call it? Quantum computing?
yeah.
And Instagram reels.
One time.
And crypto.
Yeah.
Imagine jumping into this running podcast and you're just like, dude, what is happening?
Anyone listening to this knows there's minimal running content these days.
I don't know if anyone.
There's tons of running content.
There's definitely has to be a number of people each week who come into this
New. Yeah.
thinking it's a running podcast, which it is. We'll get into that in 2 hours from now.
It's what can we relate it to? That's something that's like this. Like our universe is running, but we're also going to talk about the other stuff in the universe.
Yeah, I don't know, like some sort of Barnum and Bailey freak show. It's still a circus. They have tigers and lions, but then off to the side.
It would be more like that if Megan had your mustache.
Yeah.
Oh,
You should
gosh.
try. You should get
I
one.
don't think that's how it works.
I mean,
I've known
gotta tee
Megan
up.
for several years now. I think we're well over 10 years now. And I've never seen her with a mustache.
well, she digs into Carl's tea stash.
Creepy Carl?
Creepy Carl's.
Oh, guys, don't make it stick.
creepy Carl's not creepy.
He said he was accepting
He's a little
it.
creepy. Do you watch his stories? I love
like,
his stories.
yeah,
Like I
sometimes.
feel like I'm getting a look, like it's like a little window opens up in Carl's head and you get to see what's going on in there.
It's all through the lens of a binocular.
Yeah.
Binoculars from
If there was
from his apartment
a
window.
word for emo that started with K, I would be calling him
chemo.
chemo.
Yeah, I don't think you want to call him that. That's not going to work.
No, we need a
Guys.
word for emo. That starts-
Off the rocker.
Carl's been running though.
Yeah, I know. I heard there's been Sasquatch sightings of Carl out there.
Zapruder films.
Yeah. Yeah. So was Zapruder the one who filmed from the knoll? Or no, the guy was on the knoll, the grassy knoll.
The grassy knoll is where they think shots were fired from.
But the camera was the one that captured like the Kennedy getting shot, right?
Yeah.
That's the film.
Yeah. Did you Speaking of which, I was watching a thing when Trump was getting assassinated, and I don't know if this one's a fake, and Meg says I believe everything on Instagram.
You just said when Trump was assassinated, so I'm thinking that's fake.
No, when attempted assassination.
assassination.
There's a woman sitting right behind him.
Oh gosh.
Who doesn't flinch. She doesn't move. She like holds up a sign, then puts it down and nods. And then the fire goes off and she doesn't move. And then she just kind of smirks when everything's going on. And it's in the video. And I'm like, dude.
Yeah. I know. I just think people reacted to things differently.
Well, yeah, I don't know. That one I'm starting to think.
I don't know. The whole thing's insane.
Yeah.
So I don't trust anything from anyone anyways. But.
And talk about surreal. They showed a box at like the Army Navy game. And it was Trump, Elon Musk, like several other guys. And you're just like looking in that box. You're like, this is the weirdest group of people.
It's a weird time. Yeah. I mean, if there's any multiverse,
this is what we're living
in
it.
We're living in one of them.
The chip is proving it.
Yeah.
Before we get off the subject of Christmas and holidays, do you have some updates on new movies that we have watched?
Oh, okay.
If you want to hear about them.
I would like to hear about them.
You were there.
Uh-huh.
Well,
kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, Operation Christmas Drop.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of this one before.
4 out of 10 stars. Really bad.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
It was really bad. I couldn't tell you any of the actors in it. It was about, I don't even really understand the plot. And I watched the whole thing.
The plot was that they have to close down, the military's making cuts and they want to close down a base. And this one base went viral for dropping Christmas presents to like islands out in the Pacific.
And were they atomic bombs?
This guy is wasting resources by doing Christmas present drops on these islands. And so they send out a rep, an attractive rep from the government.
Okay.
One of the congresswoman's reps. And she goes out there and
you make this sound better than it is.
Yeah,
she meets the guy and he's like debonair and like
no, he looks like a Ken doll.
And he's like a little cocky. And so you think, oh, he's just a a-hole. And then no, you find out he's got a heart of gold.
Oh, okay.
And that what he's doing is he's helping people and he's doing it all through donations and stuff. So it's not wasting the military money.
This sounds like a propaganda film, but okay.
She falls in love with him. The congresswoman comes out to spoil Christmas and be like, you're closed down. Oh. And she gets the Christmas spirit as well. And everything is great.
So it's kind of like...
what accent just happened?
I think
that's my Christmas
accent. It's kind of like SpongeBob, but instead of Bikini Bottom, it's like the Bikini Atoll. They're like on top. They're on land. So Squidward is the one who wants to ruin Christmas. SpongeBob.
No, Krusty Krabs wants to cut prices.
Okay.
Or expenses.
Gotcha.
They're using too much fresh crab in the Krabby Patty.
Okay, this makes more sense now. Right. Thank you for...
And Squidward's like, oh, go check it out.
I think that's the accent you were going for. Yeah, whether unintentionally
SpongeBob.
or not. Okay. That's not bad, actually. Don't do any more. Just stop. That was perfect. I think the key to doing accents is doing one word, and then no one can tell.
I had a friend who did James Bond. She could do bolt the door before you leave. Or something.
That might be too long.
Yeah. Too many words. Yeah. Okay, 2 other movies. A Sudden Case of Christmas. It had Danny DeVito in it. Didn't even finish it. It was very boring. Not even sure what happened.
Like he got COVID, but it was Christmas COVID?
No, the parents were getting divorced, and they were going to tell her in Italy.
Vilderama is in it.
Yeah.
Hold on. The parents are getting divorced, and then what?
They went to Italy where her dad lives to tell the daughter that they were getting separated, and then she decided she wanted to have one last Christmas together, but it was August, so they decided to have Christmas in August.
Okay, first off, the girl likes Greta Thunberg. So the little child is a big Greta Thunberg fan.
Oh, like the climate person?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's part of the plot?
She mentions her in the movie.
So weird.
And then from then on, I just was like, "Oh, you little brat." and
she's going to visit her dad
I get it.
And throwing paint on all the paintings in the museum.
Basically, yeah. She's decided that she's going to have Christmas because her parents are splitting up and it's summertime, but who cares?
Yeah, that's entitlement if I've ever heard it.
It's like, you said the whole time, I'm like, this little brat. And then
you can't have Christmas in August. You maybe can do it in July because that's like a funny haha thing. But August, there's no way.
Yeah.
No, and her summer boyfriend that she visits when
I hate this
he's
movie.
there.
No, he had a summer girlfriend.
Oh, and
she
she's
only
the
went in the
winter
winter.
girlfriend.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a whole thing. She
So
was like
that was a
8.
thing.
I was like
And-
reverse cuffing.
Yeah.
Is that the deal?
Yeah,
Is that Carl? Do you know if that's true? Okay.
Cuffing Carl.
Oh, he likes
There
that
we
one.
go. Yeah, actually,
that could be a band name. That's like
yeah. Speaking of Christmas trees, he just lit up.
yeah. Yes. Anyway, yeah, that one. Danny DeVito couldn't save it, which
Yeah,
was
that's
crazy.
rough.
But Vilma Wilderama,
Wilmer Bilderama.
that's it. He's in it.
He's the dad.
Added nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't done.
He must have
well.
just been there for the paycheck or something. He was just like.
Okay, and then the
right,
final,
all right.
the final
But
movie.
I'm guessing the parents got back together if we had watched it to the end.
Yeah, 100%. It's a Christmas movie. The final one we saw was called Nutcrackers. And it's with Ben Stiller.
All
and
right.
it is not at all what I was expecting. It's about 4 orphaned boys. Their parents are killed in a car crash. And Ben Stiller is the brother of the mom who had the 4 boys. And he's like this businessman that lives in Chicago. And they were like in the suburbs of nowhere land
No, they weren't in the suburb. They're in the country.
in the country.
They're basically feral children. So the parents were educating the kids at home. They're homeschooling these kids.
They're like
All
homesteaders.
the boys have long hair. Like they all look like Bad News
Like
Bears.
he shows up to the house and they're like on the roof and like one's in a costume.
Dude,
and
sounds
there's
awesome.
Just like,
Yeah.
It was
there's
kind of creepy. It was
Trash
children of the
everywhere.
corn. Yeah.
There's pigs in the house.
Oh.
Yeah. It actually did sound like your podcast earlier this week.
I was like, that actually sounds pretty cool. Minus the trash.
Yeah.
It was pretty dark humor. It was a nice message at the end, but yeah, I don't know.
I didn't get to the end. I don't think of that one either.
Okay.
You fell asleep.
I don't know. Did I?
I think so.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So that was Nutcracker.
Nutcrackers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We did watch Home Alone though.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah, I mean, we watched that last week. I think it's the best. It's my favorite Christmas movie. Even the second one isn't a bad sequel. Like it's pretty solid sequel.
It's the third one that was really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I pretty much finished the Home Alone Lego set.
Oh, you did?
Oh.
Yeah, finished it.
Does it
worked
do
on
stuff
all-
like? Does it have like little
It's honestly incredible.
traps and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
it's incredible.
Okay.
Like the detail is.
You should do a little
Unreal.
You should do a little reel.
I thought about it. It's like it's gonna take me too long. But they have the traps that they have are the paint cans swinging down the steps.
I like that.
They have a little thing that pushes a sled. Him riding the sled down the steps
Nice.
out the door. They have the iron. They have 2 levels where you drop the iron down the laundry chute.
Like that.
Does
Does Marv get? Can you spin his head around?
he has
a
a
red.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
can.
Cool.
Yep. And then he has in the basement. They have that like stove or whatever, the wood stove
The scary one?
If you lift it up, it has a light up brick that glows.
Nice.
Then they have a Michael Jordan and a like record
dancer?
player that if you turn on a thing, it spins both of them.
Is it actually Michael Jordan?
Yeah, it doesn't say bulls, it says like bricks, but it has 23.
Nice.
Yeah. And then they have the treehouse with the zip line.
Very good.
And
Did this make you wish you could shrink down to Lego size and play around?
yeah, and then they have in Buzz's room, they have shelves that collapse.
Nice.
If you
Tarantula in there?
pull a lever, it has the spider that goes on Marv and it has
That's the same guy.
Oh, sorry, yeah, but it's not in the aquarium. So it has the tarantula, but it's like on the wall near the staircase going up to the attic. It's pretty awesome. Like the detail's incredible. So I was pretty pleased with that. And then you can get like a light up. You can get lights for it, and it's not through Lego, but a third party makes a whole lighting system that you can intricately put into like every room and stuff. So
That's crazy.
I haven't done that yet, but I did get it.
I will say I've never been disappointed with a Lego product.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. It's good stuff. Speaking of Nutcrackers, though, I feel like they've been jazzercising pretty much since the beginning of time. Nutcrackers know what's up. So, are you? I went to check in on the jazzercising. Are you still?
I've been a little
Okay,
lax lately,
okay.
but I keep thinking I got to do it.
Did you listen to to the episode of Search Engine that had talked about the jaw maxing stuff?
Yeah,
that you sent us?
Yeah. I never knew that was like a thing that people did in like other not subreddits or something. Like I didn't know that was like a trend.
I didn't know it was a trend.
It's crazy.
But I did. It was funny because I was talking to someone. Who was I talking to? He was it was somebody messaged me through Instagram, and he was having work done at his house. And the guy that was doing the work was like, "Hey, have you ever heard of Jazzercise?" And he's like, really? "Yeah." He goes, "That's my son. His son is the creator of Jazzercise." So he told him about the podcast.
Oh wow, that's wild.
So yeah. All right, first check-in. It's the holiday season, so shouldn't we be grateful for something? Like, I don't know what you're grateful for. I don't even know. I guess I'll just do a random pick for myself that I'm grateful for. So in this check-in, I'm going to say I'm just grateful to be out there running sometimes. So like breathing in the air, feeling the wind in my hair. That's pretty cool.
All right, guys. LMNT is still a sponsor of this podcast, but for a limited time, they're offering their chocolate medley.
Ooh, that sounds pretty delicious.
You know, it's not like you're not going to put that in your bubbly water.
No.
You could.
Could you?
Okay.
You could.
You want to heat it up, I think.
Yeah, some hot water with either the chocolate mint, the chocolate chai, or the chocolate raspberry.
I've heard it's pretty good in coffee, too.
You could also put it in your coffee.
Okay.
Would you do it before you run?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some hot coffee, some chocolate medley.
I do like a mocha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. Also, our offer is still available. So you can go to LMNT.com/thedrop and get a free LMNT sample pack.
Do you know if the sample pack would have this chocolate in it?
Yeah.
Oh, does. There you go.
So go get them and enjoy.
So yeah, Jazzercise.
What a weird world.
Speaking of Jazzercise and other sizes, we're exercising.
Lifting.
I've seen Robbie at the gym 2 times. And our gym is not like...
And not exercising like demons and stuff, like...
Well, maybe.
Like head spinning around, puking. Actually, sometimes I feel like that.
But it's not like when I think of a gym normally, I think of like a Merit or like that one where it's like social and people are walking around talking to each other. And this is not that kind of gym. This is more like what I would imagine like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 70s.
Yeah.
Like it's just iron and bars and like racks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not pretty at all.
Yeah, I love it. Because I was thinking about this. I like the setting of a gym that's just kind of bare bones and work and not... I was like, if I had this equipment at home, I'd never do anything. But I feel like when you're in a space that lends to that...
Do you think it kind of feels like a car garage, like like you would go there to get your car fixed?
Yeah. It's an old warehouse kind of space that has... If you've ever been to any of our grit parties, we've gone... Or grit parties, what else did we do at Mobtown?
And just parties.
Mobtown Brewing. It's the same building, basically, just further down.
Yeah.
And
So like how many people are in the gym when you're in there?
Like 4.
That's it.
Because we go a little bit earlier. I think later, if you're there at 6 p.m. or something, there's more. But yeah, it's pretty much just us.
Yeah. Because the other people are staff that are usually there. So there's maybe 4 to 5 people in the gym. But Robbie and I were the only 2 working out.
I think, yeah, maybe one other person. But then it's nice because you can just ask them if you have any questions. The owner and the coaches or whatever, they're super helpful.
Not just ask them, like she was all up on my stuff, making sure that I was doing stuff, which I was a little nervous because I stopped. You had 4 sessions where you work with like a trainer to make sure you're getting your form right and kind of understanding how the reps and the stuff work, because it's kind of like a philosophy of this 3 times 5. So you're doing at your max weight 5 reps 3 times.
Yeah.
So I finished up with my kind of like mentor coach. Mm-hmm. And then Robbie was still on your last one last night, right? Mm-hmm. I was a little nervous, like when so I'm going to go back in Monday.
Oh, I was taking notes in the notebook to make sure I'm not messing anything up because I don't remember anything.
You're doing better. Like I just was like, I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
And I went in and it was fine. I'm like, so what do I do? Like, and she's like, let me see your notes from last time. And I had just like the reps and the weight. Mm-hmm. and she's like, okay, here's what you're doing today.
Yeah, it was like you were benching like 500 pounds and stuff. It's no big
deal. I didn't bench yesterday.
Okay. Yeah.
Yesterday was deadlifts.
We don't need to discuss the weights, actual weights on the bars.
Yeah. Maybe in a year.
Yeah.
You go up basically increments of 5 pounds every time that you're there.
I do feel like it's only been 2 weeks or whatever. I feel like you can even already notice somewhat of a difference.
Well, it's interesting because I did, the squats last night, and then I was like, I had hill repeats this morning. I was a little nervous how my legs were going to feel. Mm-hmm. I felt great.
Nice.
Like I did well.
When you say you can notice a difference, you mean like in your appearance or in how you feel?
Just how you feel.
Okay.
Trust me. Yeah.
Well, right now,
no
Robbie's feeling muscles he's never felt before.
Yeah. Although it is nice. I'm not really sore like I was that first time. But yeah, it's been pretty cool. And they were actually on NPR last week on All Things Considered. Yeah, they did like a 9-minute segment on them.
Yeah.
What were they saying?
About how they work with older athletes. There's like an 86-year-old woman there who seems like they interviewed her. She's more coherent than I am.
You have to send me a link to this.
It's really good because they kind of fell into a niche where they were working, like a couple older athletes started just wanting to, not even athletes, they just wanted to build muscle because they were losing it. They're in their 50s or 60s or older. And then it just word spread that they're a gym that will help older people stay strong. And now it's like the place to go.
It's like it's like Cocoon in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's,
so you guys are going to an old person gym as well.
It's great. Okay. I love it. It's like my people.
Yeah. Well, what I did notice, I told Megan earlier, I said, Robbie really does talk to people. I go, when I was doing my sessions, like I lifted the weight, I did what the guy told me to do. I focused on my form. Robbie, like I swear the whole time, I just hear, and I was like, wow, Robbie's talking to him the whole time.
Yeah.
Telling him stories. I didn't know what was going on.
It's true. Yeah.
You got a lot of good feedback on your podcast. I think people really enjoyed your
I think so.
life.
I was talking to Upper Void this morning, James that we met. And he's like, I listened to the entire 2 hours of Robbie's. He goes, now I know him very well.
Yeah, for better, for worse. Yeah, it's funny too, because I was thinking, I was just kind of riffing and I forgot that I never even talked about how I got into looking for trash and stuff or any of that.
I know.
That seems to be a kind of a key part of my life.
Mine's coming up on Monday and I was like, we didn't cover half the stuff that I normally would talk about when it comes to running or why and all that stuff.
Or even, I didn't get to talk about fireworks that much, which was a regret.
We can have you back on. Yeah. I can put in a good word.
Then we could be like the stuff that didn't make the 2 hours. The 5 hour
the B-sides. Yeah. When are we recording yours, today or tomorrow?
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
We have a busy week somehow.
I'm gonna come up with something good.
Oh, this should be fun.
I'm curious because I think I know everything.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm interested. But
of our childhoods, I think Megan has the cleanest.
I don't know. I bet if we dig in, we can find something. Yeah.
Her dad did yell a lot.
Yeah. I feel like you have some interesting stuff for sure. But I was gonna say we should tell people that we're not doing this podcast for the last week of the year, which I think would be the new year.
The 3rd of January, you will not have an episode from us. So you'll have one.
So we are doing one.
We're just skipping one.
Yeah. Basically, after Monday. The new year, the 3rd of January, you will not get your normal Friday podcast, but you will have all the Monday podcasts and we'll continue right back on the 10th of January.
We're doing one next week, the week of Christmas. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Meg was like, do we wear the sweaters that one or this one? I was like, you got to wear the sweaters before Christmas. After Christmas is like...
Well, technically you're recording before Christmas.
It doesn't matter.
No, you got to, when the people see you.
They don't put, the Christmas specials are probably done in the summer, but they put them out in Christmas.
Mm-hmm. I think that works. I think that analogy works. Yeah. But
they wouldn't draw Peanuts Christmas the day of Christmas.
It works for me. That always scares me when you don't. You did a good job of the hard T on that one, but if I said it, people would be like,
That's
dude.
a different show.
Yeah.
And you started out with drawing, and then I didn't know where you were going with that.
But no, you got it right. Wait, what did you say? Drawing the peanuts
Christmas special.
Yeah.
Peanuts Christmas.
I got you. They created it.
By the way, one of our underappreciated musicians of all times is the guy that does the soundtrack for that.
Oh, Vince Guaraldi.
Yeah, all his stuff is gold.
It really is. We watched that this week, Charlie Brown's Christmas, and I was like, yeah, this is nice.
If you can't get emotionally moved when they go,
yeah, it's like sad but uplifting.
What it is like it makes you appreciate what you have. That little crappy tree and Linus on the piano.
And a robot teacher talking down to them.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think she talks in the Christmas special. Yeah.
Yeah, she probably doesn't come
I
around.
do appreciate how they don't let adults talk in any of those things in the Muppets or in. It's just all kids. That's cool.
Well, no, the Muppets had adults.
I thought they also, but then they talk the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I like how they
No, the Muppets didn't do womp womp womp.
That's what he just asked.
No, the nanny did in in Muppet Babies, I think.
Yeah, Muppet Babies is
That's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I don't even know what Muppet Babies is.
That's like being a fan of DuckTales.
Yeah.
Okay.
The same
Similar.
Same time frame.
It was a short-lived
Little bit
series.
before Rugrats.
Whatever happened to those Duck Hunter dudes?
Oh, the Duck Dynasty?
Yeah, remember they were real big.
Oh, they might have just.
I think they got in trouble for being racist.
I feel like there was a
Okay.
cancel. I don't think
Let's
it
not
was.
bring that
I don't
back
think it
up.
was racist. I think there was a cancel thing though.
They weren't involved with that whole butter thing, that lady that used all the butter in her cooking.
Oh, Paula Deen.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, Paul Dean got in trouble.
Dude, if you want to get the Paula Deen corn casserole recipe, is real good. Yeah, you need to check that out.
Noted.
I don't
Do you cook stuff for Christmas? Like, are you the chef?
not really. Sometimes, but I was thinking of doing a baked ham for this year.
We just figured out what part of the pig the ham is because I had to Google it.
I knew what it was. She didn't believe me.
I don't know. I guess I didn't think about it. I didn't want to think about it.
It's like I should know this.
Do you know where the
last
Do you know where
episode.
the Boston butt is?
But I was thinking it's the hindquarters.
It is.
Yeah.
Do you know where the Boston butt is?
I mean, somewhere in Massachusetts, I guess.
It's on a pig.
The Boston. I didn't know it was called the Boston butt.
Yeah. It's probably not where you expect.
Wait, so tell me.
It's not the butt. It's the shoulder.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know why I Googled that, and then we looked at a whole pig, and now I'm just
And then
sad.
I was like, after all those cuts are off, that's when they make this gravel.
So if you went up to someone and said, "I like your Boston butt," you'd be
Yeah,
like,
these
"No,
shoulders."
talk about your shoulders."
Yeah, you'd be like, I've been deadlifting. I've been pressing.
All right, I'm
Doing
gonna start-
overhead press.
I don't think you should do
I'm
that.
gonna start complimenting people that way.
We should do a
feels-
T-shirt for Boston next year that's like, nice Boston butt.
Yeah.
Okay. Those will do
So
well.
if you're running Boston, you just say that to people as you're passing them.
Yeah.
And you're like, "No, your shoulders look good."
Yeah. Would you like to lick my Boston butt? And we could have a little thing of ham out there.
Didn't need to go that far.
Well, it wouldn't be ham because ham is.
Oh, I
the-
regret
on-
everything.
Put it on a big old lollipop stick
Yeah.
and run around with it.
Finest Boston butt.
Yeah. All right. No,
Giddy up.
you don't think we should pitch that to New Balance
No, I'm
or
out.
Adidas or
I'm
whoever?
out. You pitch it. You tell me how it goes.
Maybe the ham farmers of America.
I feel like people need to, expand their minds a little bit to encompass more philosophies of thought here.
I'm with you.
The marketing departments need to really think outside the butt.
Did you want to talk about these spices while we're talking about food?
Oh yeah, I mean, someone
That was a good
said-
segue, Meg.
That was really nice.
I just needed to get off of that.
So someone was, I think we
You
talked
need to
about
get
it.
off the butt.
Yeah. Speaking of butts, though, this guy who he was at TRE, they had a stand in the food court,
Oh, okay.
and he had wanted us to.
Does he realize
swing
that
by.
one bottle is not going to work?
What do you mean one?
Like that?
I think there's another one actually.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Is there one for the other household?
oh, you mean you can't share anything?
I cannot.
I actually
Germaphobe.
already opened that. I'm sorry. I was craving some barbecue sauce.
Did you? So
There
you
is
tasted
another.
it.
There is another bottle. I thought I had it, but maybe I left it at home.
What is this even called?
So it's called Slab Barbecue. It's from Austin, and I think it's a decent. He sent us some shirts too.
Slow, low, and bangin' since 2006.
I like that. I like slow, low, and banging.
Backyard red sauce. Pour one out.
Yeah, and I have a rub and stuff. Anyways, I thought I'd give him a shout out because he sent us some stuff for Christmas or whatever.
Oh, his website is dopebarbecue.com.
I like it.
Pretty good.
Wow, he just got like 3 hits.
Yeah.
There you go. But he's a runner, so he follows our stuff. Like,
Oh, that's cool.
Because he came up to us in Thierry when he saw me in the food court meeting with
Just
Speedland.
hanging out in the food court.
Yeah, I was scavenging the tables for any leftover treats. And then he said he was a huge fan of ours, so I thought, yeah,
That's excellent.
I like his marketing.
we should
That's
do.
cool.
We should do. I wish I did have a smoker. I don't have a smoker or anything.
Well, I'll
like
tell
that.
you what, if he'd be willing to come to Baltimore, he could be our summer grit party
Yeah.
food.
That'd be awesome. Well, I told him, I was like, dude, you need to partner with Solomon because it's slab barbecue.
Slab.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, next time with TRE's at Austin, you definitely need to partner and do an event like slab, yeah. Be
Dude, I would
perfect.
love to throw a Solomon S Lab.
Yeah.
Maybe if we go back out to Broken Arrow this summer,
Yeah.
we could have a barbecue with Solomon and
be cool.
Slab right there in the
It'd
village.
be perfect. Yeah.
S Slab.
Yeah.
I like it.
Anyways, that was, what was that? What were we talking about? The butts again? Probably
Ham.
be done with that
Meg
part.
was trying to get off it.
You were talking about how you might make ham for Christmas.
Oh, right.
Oh, you know what we'll have? We'll have our steak and cake.
Yep, we talked about it.
Oh yeah, right. That sounds good. We're having some people over this weekend and we're making
Oh, that's weird.
yeah, you didn't get the invite. It's just people in our neighborhood. You don't live there.
Carl and I. Is Carl going?
No, it's like we're doing our Christmas party and then it's whatever. No, Carl didn't get invited. I don't need creepy Carl in the house.
Robbie, did you
Claus
beat
Carl.
Did
Carl
you beat
Claus.
Thomas in playoffs in fantasy?
Did I? Okay, I didn't check. I'm
Okay.
not trying to be.
Meg's all happy because
I
actually.
beat Chad. Big guy Chad lost.
Oh, I love
did
that.
he?
Pretty hard to me, 147 to 124. I was projected to lose the whole week.
Meg coming in strong.
Yeah, so
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
that's fun for me.
Why is Meg?
I don't know. Is it?
That's not me.
Is that you or is that me? Or is
Might
that
be you.
someone? Maybe it's my phone coming.
Yeah,
There's
it's
like a
probably your phone,
crackling
or
coming through.
it could be the polyester sweater we're wearing. Could be throwing off some. I didn't realize yours was like 3-dimensional. I got the most boring one.
Oh, I didn't realize mine was either until you just said it.
Yeah, mine has like pom poms and stuff hanging
Now,
off.
how is that guy? He's become Christmas, and he was from one of those claymation.
For
He's from Rudolph.
For those listening, we're wearing
Movies.
Christmas sweaters. I have Bumble from the original Rudolph.
Like, is that just open? He's no licensing for
No,
him?
they have license. It said on their website they had a license for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting a spam risk.
Dude, I was gonna make a spam joke, but then I decided against it. I did beat you by 20. I'm sorry.
Okay, how much did you beat me by? Let's talk about this.
In the fantasy football, 21 points.
So I had a player that I had Megan help me.
I
do
didn't
my
play.
win.
I didn't
you-
play Bateman. It had
And-
23 points.
23 points.
And that's why you don't let guest coaches come in and
Yeah, you can do your own lineup next time, T. It's fine by me.
I don't care. Whatever.
even if you would have swapped him out for another
know,
player,
I
I
know.
still would have won. But
Yeah. But it's a 2-week thing, so the points
I still
do
don't
matter.
understand that. We had the dumbest playoff situation.
Why didn't we just stick with the original one?
I don't know who made this.
Sorry, Lindsay did it.
Lindsay.
And I felt like Lindsay wasn't that active.
She's one of the more active.
Was she active?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think it was because when we were doing fantasy last year, was like so crazy. It was towards the time we were doing the Olympics and everything else, and it was just I was like, I can't be managing this. She took it over, but maybe next year I'll come back as commish.
Or just, I think we should, maybe you work with her.
Okay.
And we get back on the Yahoo one because the ESPN one I don't think is as good.
The ESPN interface is terrible. Anyways, but we'll see. We'll see what shakes out.
So speaking of Christmas, since it is Christmas, most people are looking for Christmas gifts for runners.
Yeah.
What would be your top recommended thing?
Probably should have done this a couple weeks ago, but that's all right.
Can't get it
Yeah,
now.
but so what?
You get gift cards.
Yeah.
Okay, if you were wishing for something this Christmas that had something to do for running, what would it be?
That presuming I don't have any of this.
Mm-hmm. Like because here's the other thing. People get stuff and they're like, crap, I didn't get anything I really wanted. So now they have maybe a gift card or something and they're like, I'll redeem this. Or I used to if I didn't get what I wanted for Christmas, I just buy it for myself.
I know I almost buy everything for myself anyways because I know when the sales are going to be and I know how to say where to find it. And I'm just like, can I just get this?
Also, you don't even think about it as an adult now. It's like, if you need something, you just kind of get it.
Yeah.
It's rare. I actually was able to get Megan 2 things. One of them she probably would have gotten for herself if I just waited long enough. Mm-hmm. And the other thing, though, whatever.
Okay.
But so what
So exciting.
You can't give it away though, right?
yeah, that's why I can't.
It's supposed to be a surprise.
Say anything. Yeah.
Okay. Do you I'm sure you do because your kids are going to, okay, you want to answer the question?
Yeah, let's answer the question. If you were going to recommend
I'm
one
interested
thing.
in this, what you were going to say, so hold on to that.
Okay.
But the one thing for running related.
Yeah, running related.
Well, I'm working on this article. I'm almost done. Hopefully I can get it out this week because I really want to. I'm working on why every runner should just be wearing merino wool, at least in the wintertime. So anything base layer type is either the new, not new, either the Tracksmith Brighton base layer or there's several other brands that will be highlighting.
I love my Soar one.
Soar makes a nice one.
I wore that this week and I was like, that's a really good one.
But even
Say Sky has them.
obviously smart wool, things like that. I think it's the most useful piece of apparel that you can buy. And it's a little bit pricier because it's, made from merino wool. But so if it's a present, treat someone, treat yourself. It's totally worth it though for the value that it gives you.
Meg,
That's what I would recommend.
Mine's pretty similar. Like the Brighton base layer, like any of those pieces that I use all winter long.
Oh, see,
Or even a nice pair of gloves.
that's where I was going to go. I love a
I need
good
mittens.
pair of gloves or mittens.
Yeah.
Is priceless through the winter months. All right, second check-in. Sticking with that holiday gratefulness. I guess the next thing that I'd be grateful for is surrounding myself with a team of people that I love achieving goals with. And it really makes it great when maybe I don't have the best running performance at a race or something like that, but I get to cheer on the people around me and they're having a good day or whatever it is. Or when I do have a good day, I get to share it with a group of people that I really enjoy being around.
All right, guys, let's talk about our sponsor, Lagoon Pillows.
All right, let's do it.
We've been using them for years now. Still my favorite pillow ever. And now's a great time to gift a pillow.
Do you ever remember sleep without a Lagoon pillow under your head?
I mean, when we travel and it's not great.
Yeah, I felt like the last hotel we were at, it was almost like someone rolled up some socks and put it in the pillow to give it the stuffing.
Socks and rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you want a really great pillow, you can go to lagoonsleep.com/believe. There is a quiz right on that page. Just hit the button, fill out your information, say what you like, what you don't like, and it'll populate the perfect pillow for you. And if you use the code BELIEVE at checkout, you can also save.
And the other thing is, I think works all year round is headphones.
Yeah. I mean,
If you don't have a good pair, that's essential, yeah.
I think that was the other thing. They're pricier, but there's the Bose open ears.
I like the Bose open ears, but when I was at the airport, my earphones died, so I went to the kiosk or whatever, and I bought a pair of Bose Sport. Those have been fantastic. I mean, they're not the open ear one. You can hear what's going on around you. So I think if you live in the city and stuff, they're definitely an advantage to that. And I also love the open ear ones. Like if you like music and when we're running with a group, in like the Saturday runs with Faster Bastards.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll find myself with people talking.
Right.
And sometimes I'll find myself in a no man's land where I'm by myself.
Yeah. A half a mile into the run.
So
personally.
The open ear ones were great for that because you could hear people and talk to people.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted to, like when you get by yourself, you still have music.
And they actually have good sound, unlike the Shocks headphones that sounds like you're listening to a tin can telephone.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think Shocks may even come out with one that's like the Bose, where it's like the speaker in the ear instead of.
They should.
Instead of that. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I thought I saw something like that.
I would say also, the gloves for sure. What's crazy is my favorite pair of gloves is a Smartwool convertible mitten, but they don't make it anymore, which is really strange because it's such a good.
You could usually I find a product like that. There's a parallel product from somebody else.
Yeah. A lot of people do this convertible mitten, which
Say Sky has one that's really good.
Lululemon makes good one too.
Do they?
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite glove because if you need to do the mitten part, you can do that, or you can.
Well,
I'm explaining how a convertible mitten works.
It's still never as warm as a mitten though. Like your fingers need to be touching.
Yeah, but I find it very rare that you need an actual mitten.
Here's the weird thing though. Tracksmith has a really nice. I didn't like it at first because I didn't think it was warm enough because air gets through it, but it's a mitten. And what I found that because air gets through it, it still works like a mitten, but it's so breathable that
the NDO
as you
mitten?
heat up, it's not the NDO.
Oh, a different one.
And at first I was like, this doesn't work. I can feel the wind coming through and my hands are still cold. But as you start running,
right,
you get all the benefits of a mitten, but it still lets heat out.
Okay. Interesting.
So you don't feel like.
And I know we recommended before, but the Carhartt winter mitten.
I bought that one because of you.
The $29.
That thing is insane.
It's
Amazon.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
That is, I reserved that one for it's got to be super cold.
Like 10 degrees cold.
Yeah, that's the 20 below.
Yeah.
When it's 20 and below, I'll throw that guy on.
But the value to price I think it's waterproof too and windproof. I'm always shocked at how cheap that glove is because this equivalent, if you bought an Arc'teryx glove or something like that, you're talking $120 for basically the same thing.
So my son, who's just getting into running, now he's got workouts because he's, mandatory workouts. So he's like freezing his fingers off because he didn't realize that, hey, you need gloves. So he asked me for gloves. I gave him an old pair of Saucony convertible ones. And he's probably not listening to the podcast. So I could say, when I added into his Christmas presents, I just went on Amazon and they had I think Adidas gloves that were convertible for not that expensive. Like I'm saying under $20.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely find some deals out there, but that's, the Carhartt one's a good one. I'm trying to think if there's any others, but.
Wait, speaking of Adidas, you finally got a pair of the Evo SL. Have you run in them yet?
I did. What I was going to say is I'll put shop links in the description for the stuff we're talking about. But the Evo SL, I haven't run it yet. Just got it yesterday. So I was going to run tonight, I think, with some of the Faster Bastards that do work out Tuesday nights. So I'm not sure if
Where do they work out?
They do it at the Annex.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I might do that tonight, but I'm not sure if I'm going to wear it. I guess I could.
What?
For a workout.
Yeah. It's fine. It's light enough that you'll feel a turnover. It wouldn't be the ideal, like if you really wanted to boogie.
Yeah.
But it's light enough and the foam's good enough that you can do up tempo stuff.
If not, I'll wear it tomorrow or Thursday for sure.
I'm excited to see what you think since the rest of us are all
yeah, apparently and not just you guys. I feel like I've seen everyone who's bought it pretty much loves it. What were you going to ask that a couple minutes ago?
I feel like I'm super old school in that I like to surprise people, or especially kids or family or whatever, with gifts that are wrapped and they don't know what they are. And I feel like Thomas that's irrelevant. He'll ask the boys what they want for their birthday, and it's not even he'll order it in front of them on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
And they're fine with it and he's fine with it, but I'm I feel like that's not how it's supposed to be.
No, I have to do that. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, maybe for my wife, it's a little bit different because I'm just going to be like, what exactly? She's like, I want a raincoat or whatever.
Yeah. And you're like, which one?
What color do you want? Which one do you want? I'm not sending stuff back. Just look at, because I was trying to ask her and she's like, let me just look. I'm like, yeah, just tell me and I'm going to order it.
Yes.
I get that.
Look, it goes back there. I didn't really have birthday parties. We didn't have like holidays and stuff like that. So like just getting something
was exciting.
That's it. Mm-hmm. And I'd rather just, what do you want?
I mean, no, it's partially irrational because like they know, like the boys know what's in the things that I'm wrapping, but I'm still wrapping them. There's like no point, but
I wanted for myself, I'll give my wife a list of 10 things.
And pick something.
Yeah. And I try to forget what I even asked for. So I'll do like a month in advance. And then I'm a little bit surprised.
Okay.
I like being surprised a little bit.
I can't think of anything though that I want. Like if Megan was like, what do you want? The only things I want are ridiculously expensive.
Like a Rolex watch.
Yeah, I'm like, you could get me an Omega watch or a Rolex.
He sent me a link to a watch. Yeah. It was like $27,000. I was like, what am I going to do with this?
If something happens, maybe you come into some money or something.
Yeah, that's the first thing. I'm sure that's the first priority of business.
Yeah. Buying
also
a Rolex.
Now, like I was talking to somebody at that party and he sent me a link to that camera that he was talking about.
Oh, gosh.
And now I want that camera.
Carl, you need to make it.
It's the Leica Q3
That's
43.
not how. This is not how he described it to me. He was like, "We could really do a lot more if we had this camera." Like he was convinced.
Dude, we're gonna have a camera museum by 2026, and believe it or not,
the lens on it is supposed to be the most accurate to like what your eye sees, and the amount of megapixels and all that stuff makes it so that when you take a photo, if you needed to take it from further away and you blew it up, it's still in good quality.
It sounds nice, yeah.
And it looks insane. It's like a beautiful piece of equipment.
All right.
And we'll maybe then I can send Taylor out the A7 III.
Why don't we just
shoot shoes?
Can't we just get a sponsorship with a camera
brand?
Yeah,
seriously.
I mean, I'd love it if Sony was just like, we need Sony, DJI, and now Leica. Those three companies.
I'll work on it.
Yeah.
I was looking through, I don't know, those cord cases and stuff, and I found my GoPro that I've been missing for like a year. I was pretty excited about that. I don't know why. I don't ever use it, but I had taken it to Colorado last year, and I just assumed I lost it in Colorado. I was like, oh, sweet.
That's kind of getting a gift.
Okay, here's the problem. You know that new charger for the Coro Pace Pro?
Yeah.
I think I already lost.
Oh man,
lost my little nubbin.
Wow, I've won that. That's
I put
amazing.
it in the keychain thing.
Yeah,
and I went to go find it the other day, and it wasn't in the keychain thing.
Yeah, so the new Coro Pace Pro GPS watch, it has a colored screen, a full AMOLED display, and everything else, which is nice. But it has a new charger, another one. We always need more chargers, and it's like a little portable piece that plugs into a USB-C Lightning connector. But it has a keychain glove type situation, silicone case with it. And
I put that in my backpack and attached the keychain to like my backpack has like a little keychain string.
Interesting.
And I went to grab it the other day and he said, no.
Creepy Carl got his fingers in there.
Crafty Carl.
Yeah, these long fingers just stretched across the room.
So many versions of Carl.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, dude. This is the last episode.
Klepto Carl.
Klepto Carl. Yes. Oh, Chronic Carl, Klepto Carl. We're just coming up with more and more.
So have you quit running yet? Or are you still running with your weightlifting?
I quit running?
You said last time you're like, I'm kind of not running because I'm weightlifting.
I will admit I didn't do a long run last weekend. But I know I actually woke up early yesterday morning. I ran.
Have you signed up for the 50K?
I saw him out one day. I didn't see him, but
Thomas ran right past me this morning as I was coming around a corner, and I yelled at him.
Did you really this morning?
Yeah, didn't hear him.
You didn't see him? Wow.
Yeah, he was like going straight, and I was coming around the corner.
How was my form?
Yeah, looked pretty good.
Right.
It was a great morning for running today. It was
Oh, is
I
that
know.
50 in the 50s.
I was
Yeah.
wearing shorts and a
Shorts.
t-shirt.
I know. I saw you. Mount the Coast t-shirt.
Yeah, I was. I love that t-shirt. They did a nice job with that one.
Yeah.
I was talking to Upper Void this morning because they're in China. So I had to get up early and get on a call with them. And I'm thinking that maybe I'm going to talk to Mountain Coast, but I think that we should do a trail run with Faster Bastards and Believe Run Club. You know how we sometimes do that trail run all together? Mm-hmm. Get a food truck, little party in the parking lot, and try out the new Mountain Coast shoe. And for recovery, everybody would try the Upper Void little recovery shoe they got.
That sounds pretty cool.
I know. And then we could do garments because Upper Void has some really cool clothes. They're going to send us some, by the way.
All right. Nice.
I'll talk to you about that
Okay.
later. But I really like the style there.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
A little bit of business talk for y'all.
Business. It's party business.
So you didn't sign up for the 50K, hat 50K.
I did not.
Okay.
That's definitely on the fence.
Dude, you should do it.
I think you should just sign up, and then you signed up.
And you can also, it's one of the races that you can get a full refund if you don't do it.
Okay. Is it?
And they also have good swag.
They actually do. They're one of the few races.
The blankets every
The
year.
blankets
are really nice.
are the, that's
That's
the NCR.
NCR.
Oh,
Hat just has.
hat doesn't do a blanket.
They'll do like a.
They have done a blanket.
They'll do like a Patagonia.
I think the reason the
thing or-
NCR does the blanket is because originally Hat did
I
the
feel like I have a
blanket.
hat blanket.
You do.
Okay.
It's a great one.
It's insane that they almost don't sponsor us because I feel like we've probably mentioned them more times than anything
Hat
else on the
50K?
podcast. Yeah,
I don't think they're flush with cash.
they are, but I'm just saying they're getting probably the most free promo of any race ever.
What I've
But it is my
always loved
favorite.
about that race is that it really is just a community race. Like they just put it together. There's not like a bunch of fanfare. You come in, you grab your number, you
Yeah.
put your stuff at the drop. They always have excellent food drops. Like the aid stations are insane.
Yeah,
Just like well manned, well stocked.
the pierogies.
The pierogies, the
So
potatoes and the salt. There's like licorice bowls out. There's
Ew, licorice
chips.
balls.
There's
Sodas,
flat soda.
sodas of every kind.
Yeah, it's really great. And if you run in Baltimore, you're going to see everybody you know like is either volunteering or running it.
If you catch a good day where it warms up later, chilling on the hillside, watching
After
the
the
finishers,
finish.
drinking a beer, it's like the best. It's like
Yeah.
the kick off the spring.
You
want
guys
that?
are making me want to run it.
You know what it's like.
You
It's a good
can't.
time.
It's bad timing for you this year. Maybe next year.
It's the weekend after LA Marathon. It's a month before
Do you
London.
wait, so Meg, do you have goals with a Z coming in 2025? Do you have mad goals?
Assuming I get my London bib,
Yeah.
yes.
Assuming you, and if you don't, you just are giving up on your goals.
Yeah, then I'm out. then I'll run half 50K.
Are you running the LA Marathon?
No, we're doing a project out there, so I'll just be out there.
Okay.
Dude, I should run Hat then.
Yeah. Gear up for your
Carl should run it with me.
as a precursor to your
OCC.
OCC.
Yeah. Which definitely looks like it's happening, Carl.
Maybe you should watch some of the OC just to get even prepared.
Well, we
Like
did.
the OC, the
The
show?
show, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Just wondering how that was
Dude, if I can
preparing.
get through that, I can get through anything.
Close enough to the name of the race that I feel like, yeah.
OCD.
Oh, dude, the first couple seasons of OC were amazing.
Yeah, I'd rewatch that whole thing.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Better
That's-
than Christmas movies.
One of the best soundtracks to a TV show, too. Remember they used to do actual CDs for the show? Like
Yep.
every season, they'd have a full on CD.
Soundtrack?
Yeah.
So when you ran Hat last time and I came out, I don't know if that's the last time you ran it, but yeah,
I don't think you were there when the
How
last
many
time I
times
ran
have you
it.
run it?
3.
Okay. I think it was your second time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when you came out
And
with
I
Jared.
came out and I just remember it was a crappy day. It was cold. It was windy. And I was just like, I'm so glad I'm not running today.
Yeah, that was is that the cold night? I don't know. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just like, I mean, if I run it 2 more times, I'll have 10 hats, which
Yeah.
might be interesting.
Yeah, at that point, you might as well open a haberdashery. You got
The
so
one thing
many
I
of
will
them.
say that I do not like, and I think that they should fix, is the race used to be shorter than 50K. and they use like when they list out the times and like top,
all time fastest.
yeah, they have the
Oh, you're right. Yeah. On Ultra Sign Up
and
or whatever.
part of the problem with that is it's the original people who started the race who have those fastest
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Like it's called a hat because the Hinty Anderson Trail Race.
Right. And it's like all their
Yeah.
records.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Well done.
Yeah. It'd be like if we started a 5K and then made it a 10K and was like, oh yeah, you guys will never get close to my 5K
Yeah.
time.
And then we just invited ourselves for the first year and then changed the distance.
Yeah.
We should do that. Make ourselves legendary.
That would be great.
Yeah. We will do one episode more before Grit starts.
I mean,
right?
if it's a month out
Yeah.
before London, that's possible.
That's what I did last year.
Yeah.
And it was, I think 2 weeks before. No, it was 3 weeks before Boston last year. I did Hat and then I did Boston.
It's not like a rate. It's such a different, like you're using such different muscles. I feel like it's not.
Yeah, but I've always felt like when I've come off of Hat, I've always felt stronger in the next run.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if I did yeah, that'd be,
I don't know.
I'm interested now.
Yeah. It'd be
I'm
good.
gonna have to reach out to Castor and be like, what do you think? And then, Robbie, we're gonna have to go run hills.
We didn't even talk about we didn't do a beer mile this past weekend, but we spectated a beer mile
Yeah.
for the Faster Bastards.
I would say I hosted somewhat.
Yeah. But we didn't run it.
No.
Yeah.
I don't like beer miles, to be honest.
Watching it is hard enough. Like everyone's so uncomfortable.
And we also, it was cold.
It was cold.
It was very cold. I was the bike lead,
Yeah, you
You
did a
were
great job.
trying to clear the path for the
And you were
leaders.
like moving. Like they were running fast.
Yeah. I think it was what was the winning time? Do you know?
7 something.
7, yeah.
Like there's been
Mid-sevens.
There's been faster, but I don't know. On that, it wasn't an official track.
It was more than a mile too. That was
Yeah.
the thing. It was probably 1.2 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also you're like chugging a beer, so that's like a 5-minute mile.
Yeah.
Well, depending how fast you could chug. A couple guys in the lead were doing it pretty fast.
Yeah.
Well, I think we allowed the shotgunning too, which I know is frowned upon, but
We had only one guy shotgunning.
Yeah. And I told him he couldn't do it after the second one.
Robbie laying down the law.
But
I got it.
meanwhile, I was like, he's like, can I shotgun? I was like, yeah, whatever. No, you can't.
Well, someone else said it to him. The guy who was the second was like, dude, you can't shotgun. And I was like, he's actually right. You're not allowed to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always forget their name because I'm not that familiar with a lot of the newer
The
people.
thing is, though, that for me, it's like, we're not an official group. That wasn't an official track. If you want a shotgun, any way that you can get that beer
That's
down,
a good point.
I'm like,
I should have.
like, it's Faster Bastards. It's not.
I should have allowed it.
No.
All rule breaking is.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like if you ran in actual jeans, I would love it.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to run in jeans for the beer mile?
No, that's a jean mile.
Blue jean. mile.
But if you combine the two,
Okay.
imagine that.
Yeah. That'd be a good one.
We did do the jean mile a few years ago.
All right, I'm going to tell you this morning I went out for my run, and I think this should be a challenge. I got off the phone, and I needed to get the run in before I had to go check out the press. By the way, I went and looked at and picked out the thread for the sweatshirts to see the test print.
For the winter grid
For the
sweatshirts?
winter grid sweatshirts. Yeah, they're going to look nice.
Oh, nice.
So I had to do that all before coming in here. So when I got off the call, I like tried to be as quick as possible to get out the door to get my run in. And I had hill repeats, but I forgot to go to the bathroom before I left the house.
Which one? Number 1 or number 2? Oh, snap. Yeah, dude.
So I was carrying that with me the entire hill repeat session. And I'm trying to boogie in my hill repeats. I have to say I was pretty proud. They were like 5:20, 5:19, 5:30, like in consecutive. So I was moving as fast as I pretty much can.
Okay.
And then immediately like did my cool down 2 miles and got into that house as fast as possible.
Yeah, dude, there should be a grade adjusted pace for having drop a deuce on Strava. It should be like what they should have that as an option. like just click a checkbox during
Well,
your
it's-
activity. Did I not go to the bathroom before? Yes. Okay. That gives you 10 seconds per mile.
Good. But it's also, I think, as a challenge, it is challenging.
That's the worst. It's just a bad idea. Like,
Right, but
it's just
think
avoidable.
of the consequences.
Yeah, no, I don't want to.
Yeah. I don't know how. Yeah. Usually my body, for some reason, just.
What shoe did you do
Does
your
its
hill repeats in?
You know what? I went back to an old familiar friend. I did SC Elite V4.
Why did you choose that?
I like that pretty blue color.
I know, it's really pretty.
Oh.
It's like a teal
Okay.
color. I was like looking at my rack today and I was like, I want something that has a little pep to it. And I was like, and I saw that teal, blue, and white. And I was like, oh, that looks pretty. So I just grabbed that.
Nice. That's a good, yeah. It's a good colorway.
And you know what's weird? That felt really soft to me, but now compared to the Saucony
Endorphin
Endorphin
Elite,
Elite,
too.
yeah, that thing is.
I think the reason I didn't love the SC, like I really do like the SC Elite 4 a lot. Like I loved wearing it in New York, but I feel like it just doesn't feel like that light race day vibe.
No, the platform's wide.
Yeah.
It's a little bit on the heavier side. I think it's great if for that, like if I was going to say I was going to go out for a marathon at 100% effort, it's not the one that I would probably pick. But if I'm going for anything below 100%, 80%,
Yeah.
then
It's a solid pick.
It's such a great shoe because it's so comfy. All right, final check-in, something to be grateful for. Obviously, it's you. We're so grateful that you tune in and listen to this podcast. We really appreciate it. So many things that we do, we want to bring you along on the experience and hopefully see you at some of these things. So the fact that you're tuning in and listening and, playing with us while we give you this nonsense, we really appreciate it. And a big heartfelt thank you from everybody here at the Believe and Run team. But the idea of like, and then every time I wear it now, though, I think of Chris Chavez going his first sub-3 in it.
Oh,
So,
wow.
like for some people, it will work.
I mean, the shoe's not
Still,
going to
right.
make your race. It's just what you're comfortable and confident
Yeah,
in.
but that was his first sub-3. Like he threw down in Houston, which he's coming up on his year anniversary.
Wow.
When do you think? Okay, so like when you claim PRs, I kind of think I have an all-time PR, and then I have a relatively close PR. What do you think the time frame for
Like when does your PR expire?
or just like like you're kind of like, because I feel like you certainly deserve your all-time PR,
Yeah.
but there's also like, well, in the last 5 or 6 marathons, where are you?
Yeah. It should be, you're saying like age adjusted almost.
But see, here's the weird thing is I even think, so one of my fastest marathons in recent times was the 325 I ran at NCR. And that to me feels like yesterday. And I just realized that that's,
3? Is it
I think
3?
it's 4 or 5.
yeah, I think it was 2017, wasn't it?
Hold on.
Wait, really? No,
I think it was
Not that long
Was it
ago.
pre-COVID or post-COVID?
It was pre-COVID.
So it had to be 2019 then? I think it's 2019.
Well, it's at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So I think it might have been
5?
December 2017.
No,
I'm
because
not
I
sure.
remember that, and I didn't even think I really cared about
It was
you then.
2021.
Oh, it was 2021?
Yeah.
Oh, that's recent enough. I'll take that.
Damn, dude.
I'll take that.
Your sense of time
Dude, I
is-
lost that
You might
when-
be time traveling right now as we speak.
Dude, that loss of time for COVID has really thrown me off. 2021?
So that's 3 years.
3
I
years.
was gonna-
I'll take
okay,
that.
I thought it was only 3 years ago, but then
Okay.
you threw
That
the
feels like
2017 in there.
10 years ago.
All right. Yeah, it does feel like a long time ago. So I'll take 325.
That counts. It's
for-
close enough.
For close enough, yeah. But I'm worried now. Like, I don't know if I have that in me anymore. Like, I am.
That's why you're going to the gym and
Yeah, you
building
might.
muscles.
You might get it back.
Maybe. But like this weekend, Caster was like, hey, run for the 10 miles that you're going to do in like 8 to 7:30 pace. And I'm like, can I?
You're like, are you sure about that?
Yeah. You sure about that?
Speaking of the weight lifting or I don't know what you're speaking of, but did you see that Nick Bear got hit by a car this past week.
Was he able to stop the car and lift it over his head?
Close.
What happened?
Because he did record a video saying how he got hit by a car. He was running by his house, and I guess he has this stretch of a mile road where he has to get to the dirt roads where nobody is on. But it's like a 55 mile per hour road. I think it has a shoulder, but it's still...
Yeah.
And it was dark, and he said he had a Garmin that has a flashlight on it, but I don't think he wore any headlamps or lights or anything. And there's this one part where you have to cross over and he crossed over, and there was a right turn lane and a normal drive lane. And I guess a car came up on him in the right turn lane, and an SUV, and going pretty fast, and clipped him. And next thing you knew, he was in the left lane somehow, like on the ground.
Somehow? It's because he got hit by a car.
No, but he was on the right lane, and the right side of the car clipped him, I think, or maybe.
Okay.
That's crazy.
And maybe it wasn't the right side, but anyway, yeah, it was. He said it was the passenger side of the car. So that clipped him, and he ended up in the other lane. He broke the mirror off, dent in the door. He had tire rubber in his leg, like destroyed his elbow and arms, like was all busted up. I mean, he's lucky he's alive.
Nothing broken.
I don't know. I didn't know if he said it was broken or not, but I mean, dude, you get hit by an SUV at any speed.
Yeah.
You're lucky to be alive.
So this weekend I had to do my run out in the county. Theo had practice. So I'm running basically backwards on the Charles Street 12 course. So like running back towards Kenilworth.
Yeah.
And those cars are flying
Yeah.
down that hill and stuff as I'm going up the hill. I'm like, and they cut in like, cause it's kind of like curvy. They'll cut in. And there's a couple times where I was like, if one of these cars hits me, I'm like splattered.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing going to be left.
For sure.
And there was like this one truck, it was looking the other direction, like to merge into the other lane.
Oh yeah.
And he swerved into like the shoulder where I'm running.
Right.
And I was just like, and he was going probably 50 miles per hour. And I'm just like, all right, this is getting a little freaky.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like that's why it's just safer to run in the city as much as there's
I think so.
still crazy drivers in intersections. You have a much better chance of surviving a 20 mile per hour.
But I also think that people in the city are looking for people. I think when you're out in the county, they're not expecting people to be.
Although I know you bust my nuts for wearing a headlamp when it's dark out, but I'm trying not to roll my ankle, but B, it's like, I have noticed many times where cars like stop because they actually are like, what the hell? Like they see me, which, I mean, there's plenty of places where it's dark enough at an intersection.
You know how we just got a headlamp?
Yeah.
Do I need to plug that in or something?
I think.
Does it have a battery or does it have like a charge?
It does have a battery. I haven't looked at the charging. I'm guessing it's a USB-C or a.
Because it didn't come with like a cord or anything. It just came in like a.
I feel like things don't come with cords anymore.
Well, probably. If it's all USB-C, you don't need an extra one. But so we opened up, and I'll put together a reel for it soon of unboxing of a Nike Gore-Tex Pegasus. Mm-hmm. And in that package from them, there's lube or something, but I didn't use that. I just left that for Carl.
Yeah. we put it in his box that he keeps by his desk.
Yeah. Crafting Carl.
Yeah.
And then there was a headlamp, yoink, and it took that, but it was just loose in the bag.
Yeah, it's a Black Diamond. I think it's Astro, which might be no headlamp, because the Black Diamond Sprint is probably my favorite headlamp of all time because it's just a nice little portable, not intrusive.
Are we boring you, Meg?
No, sorry.
Yeah.
Put it in your pocket. She's definitely bored.
I mean, yeah.
Are you kidding?
Talk about other
Meg
things than
loves
headlamps.
headlamps.
You know what? I do love headlamps. It's like one of my weird interests.
Yeah.
But that's another good Christmas gift because it's like $25 or something. The Black Diamond Sprint, it's such a great headlamp. And they sent essentially a version of that. But yeah, I think you had to charge it either with the USB-C or micro USB.
Okay, so it's not a removable battery.
No,
Okay.
that's definitely rechargeable.
Awesome. I love it when the brands send like a little extra.
Yeah, it's nice to get a little something.
And the metal case it came in, Carl's going to use for keeping
that the
equipment.
shoes came in. Yeah. The brands do love sending shoes that are
Suitcases.
locked up
Yeah.
with a code.
Weird boxes.
It's an interesting. They need to do something like put it behind the Constitution, make us do a little Nicolas Cage action.
I like that.
Like just
you
hide
have to
it.
find the shoe.
Yeah, like it's actually someone broke into the
Look
archives
who's
or
yawning
something.
now.
Yeah, it's contagious when you do that.
Yeah.
Do you think we should talk about shoes
Neo
now?
Zen?
Yeah.
Wait. Let's talk about both. Robbie brought in his endorphin trainer, which I have to say. Well, I'll let you go first, Robbie. Talk about it.
Yeah. So I mean, this is basically the replacement for the Convara Pro / Endorphin Shift. I think it covers both the bases.
Yeah. Which, if you didn't read our review, I thought the Convara Pro was not a great idea.
Yeah, I think the Convara Pro, I rolled my ankle severely in the first 100 feet of it out the door. And I think I wore it a couple other times, but felt it was a little dense, right, in the midsole.
Yeah.
It's just I didn't see a point to it.
And I hate to tell you, but so the newest version it's actually very similar, but it just has a top layer of Incrediron foam.
That stuff's squishy.
Super squishy. Yeah. It's in
Can I pet your dog?
it's in the new Endorphin series.
Elite,
Basically.
yeah.
Well,
I don't
the
know,
Elite
is
has
it in the speed?
no. The Elite
the
has
Pro?
Power Run HD, doesn't it?
No, we have Incrediron.
It's Incrediron.
It's all Incrediron.
Yeah, that's why it's so squishy.
And guess what it is? Incredible.
Yeah. So this has that foam, which is, I'm just going to mention it's the worst name for a foam every time I mention it.
Then what's on the bottom?
It sounds like a Skechers name, but the bottom is just a normal Power Run foam.
Oh.
Which is a rubberized EVA.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily need rubber on the outside.
If there's any contrast, night and day contrast, I mean, squish the two.
See, this is sometimes this works, but I feel like rarely it works where you have this nice layer of race day foam under the foot and then you ruin it when you put a giant slab of
I'm going to
EVA under
say
it.
there's two shoes that I would disagree with you on that, Meg. I'm going to say the Nike Zoom Fly 6 did a really nice job of
That's
combining.
fair. But I think that's the amounts.
And I'm also going to throw the Vomero in there. The Vomero
but,
18.
But also I feel like React is a little bit softer.
Yeah,
but
way softer.
Okay.
Well, wouldn't you say also the Hoka Mach X?
Yes.
Too? And because that's also the top layer, dual layer.
Yeah, the Hoka Mach X
Yeah.
2. The Mocha.
This
the
foam
Mocha
just
2.
doesn't.
They should do.
I mean, I didn't wear this shoe. I wasn't seated it, but this foam in my hands does not feel great.
For me, initial run in the shoe. First off, the upper's great. I thought the upper is really nice. It's just like on the ride, pretty much. And then I felt like the initial step in, I was like, oh, you really can feel the Incrediron. This is going to be a nice switch up. But then as I ran in it, it just felt like a normal daily trainer. And for a shoe that has Incrediron, a plate, and Power Run underneath, I'm like, you're making this really complicated shoe that could just be done better. Like, I feel like the Ride is a better version of this shoe.
Yeah, I mean, it's a softer feel than the Convara Pro because of that top layer, but it even feels a little bit clunky, just not harsh. It's just, I don't know.
Like, would you say it's just like a normal EVA daily trainer?
Yeah.
With all that work and all that stuff put into that should feel like something else.
And I know it's a rubberized EVA midsole, but there's really no rubber on the outsole, right? We're talking this little patch here and here. And
I think it works okay, though. You don't think so? I felt the grip was fine.
I mean, I guess I didn't run in the rain at all, but I don't know. I thought the fit was a little big, but similar to it just, maybe I needed to get a different size, but I didn't think it was that. I thought it was a little bit roomy.
I put in my miles and I never will wear that shoe again.
That's how you know it's good.
I think Ryan said the same thing, or other assistant editor, Ryan, I think he has a pair.
Okay.
And I think he said the same thing. He's just like, yeah, it's not. I just don't know about the shoe. Like, I don't know why.
I think they're
you need
trying to
have
make it work, but I think they want a daily trainer in the Endorphin series. They have one. They just don't realize
speed,
it.
like,
that's what I was going to say.
yeah.
It's the speed. It's like, why are you fighting it? Just let it be.
Yeah, it's a little confusing. It's basically the same way I felt about the Kanvar Pro. Not much has changed. But then you ran in the Mizuno Neo Zen.
Yes.
This is a surprisingly good one.
I really like this one. I put in a lot of miles right in a row in it, so I did kind of eventually come to a different conclusion.
Oh.
But I had to go down a half size. So when I first got it, the upper was too big. And I contacted a friend, Justine, who, is Alex's wife, who works at Mizuno. And I was like, hey, I like it, but I think I like the feeling of the foam, but I think the shoe runs a half size too big. And she agreed with me. So I asked and requested to get another pair in a half size down. So a size 10 fits perfect.
Yeah, I have same thing happen with me. So I have another pair on the way.
Okay. Meg, you've run in it.
I kept my normal size. I thought it was fine, but I'd prefer to have a roomier toe box, if anything. So maybe that's just a personal thing.
So I guess I want to wait until you get your pair. And they're also apparently sending us, this is the mystery version. Okay. They're sending us the
actual colorway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've shrouded the whole thing in
mystery.
An odd mystery.
I won't go into
Agatha Christie campaign of shoe release.
So the foam itself, though, this Energy Next NXT. Do you like that foam name?
Yeah,
it's better than
I
Incredible.
want Robbie to come up with a foam name.
I mean, give me 10 minutes and I could beat any of these companies' branding names.
I love Fresh Foam. I think
Fresh Foam's
Fuel
fine.
Cell.
Fresh Foam's actually Fuel Cell's a good one. I like that one.
And I like
what about
Flight
ZoomX?
Zoom X I'm okay with. Yeah.
Flight Foam has way too many iterations.
I don't like Flight Foam.
Blast Plus.
It's hard to say.
Eco,
Flight Foam is hard to say.
And it's really hard to say.
Flight Foam.
Flight Foam Blast Plus.
Right.
Flippy floppy.
Anyway, so this one, you come to this midsole. This is a gooey midsole. So it's basically, it feels similar to the Mizuno Neo Vista, but there's no plate, so it's a lot gooier. Mm-hmm. The closest thing I would compare it to is probably the Evo SL from Adidas with the Light Strike Pro.
Wow. Okay.
So it kind of has that soft give. When I said things kind of changed, I love it. Like when I first tried this, I was like, this is a phenomenal shoe.
Wow.
And once I got the fit right. And the second run I was doing some of my longer runs in it, and I felt like maybe it's a little too soft.
Okay.
And people always criticize us for liking really soft shoes. So if I'm saying it's a little too soft, maybe.
I mean, soft in the way that the Neo Vista is.
Yeah, it gives.
Similar?
Like, I'm not sure. Something in my.
The only thing I will disagree with you is I feel like the Neo Vista felt more narrow to me, whereas this platform feels wider. So I feel like you get more of that stable ride with the squish. So it feels better to me.
Okay.
And it could have just been, look, last week he kept ramping up my miles, and I had 2 10-mile runs in a row. And, maybe I was just like tired
legs.
And so the soft felt like non-fast.
Yeah, I got you.
And also, like, I'm not sure there's, like, on my foot, like the front of my foot started hurting, and I'm wondering if it's because I was like spreading as like it collapsed.
Yeah.
And spreading my foot, but that could just be me. But honestly, the shoe feels amazing.
It's $150,
Yeah.
which is a really nice price point.
There you go.
So I do think overall, I would still highly, highly rate this shoe.
Yeah.
I don't know that it'd be the only shoe I'd want in my rotation because of the softness. I think I'd want like to have something that felt a little easier to pick up the pace. Weight feels light. I haven't weighed it though. Let me see.
And this shoe's out now, so if people want to get it, they
150 for this shoe seems like a steal. Like I definitely
it does.
think,
Like the upper feels like a premium quality shoe.
all right, yeah, it weighs 8.8 ounces for my size 10.
That's really nice.
So I went down a half size. So if you're 10 and a half, you would go down to a 10, 8.8 ounces.
Yeah, it's
I know
light.
some of you love the grams, so here we go.
Do you know what my goal is for 2025?
To learn the conversion of grams.
Yeah, and be able to
What about miles to kms?
do it in my head.
Why don't you go full metric?
European.
Okay, so you want to know how many
I don't know
grams
if I'm willing to
8.8 is?
give up that much American in my life, But
Don't look.
oh, I was not paying it. I was looking without you processing what you were saying, so I can already kind of see it.
8.8 ounces is how many grams? Go.
I don't know. I haven't done the
249.
Yeah.
So 249 grams.
Well, I know that 10 ounces, 284, I think.
Okay.
Okay. That's right. So,
So-
that's where I'm starting out at.
That's a good starting point. So we talk about knit uppers and when they work and they don't work. Getting this in the right size really made a big difference for me. I did find it's a little tough sometimes to find the right tension on the laces. And this has that ribbon lacing, which I didn't love the laces.
That was the other thing I hated about the endorphin trainer was the laces.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with Saucony and laces though. Like I'm running in the ride and it's got that yarny, stretchy lace and I hate, and it curls weird.
It's the worst.
I'm like, what are you guys doing? Just put in. I think if this was my shoe that we review so many shoes that we'll switch out. But I think if I purchased a shoe and I was going to go for it, I'd probably try to put the sawtooth laces in this.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be a good move.
Yeah. But overall, I really liked it. Megan likes it.
All right, cool.
I'm hoping Robbie likes it. I think we should probably wait to do the full review until
I'll probably like it.
you try it. And Carl, we got Carl. He's taking the 10.5s I have. Have you tried it on? Oh, so he's at 10.5 and he says it fits him fine.
Oh, maybe your feet are shrinking like mine, Thomas.
They could be. I do get them wet quite often.
Oh yeah,
So-
raisin on the run.
Yeah. So this is definitely one that we're gonna. Yeah, Raisin in the Sun.
It's a pretty good
I
one.
got it. Yeah, I got it.
Take credit for that one.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll be our autobiography.
It's about that time.
Anyway, this is definitely a shoe that we're gonna have to put in contention for. It's like I feel when we get shoes this early in the year this one's available this year, so
It's still 2024.
So do we call this a 2025 shoe or a 2024 shoe?
It is anything that comes out in the second half of December, I think is.
We'll just kick that over.
Wait, it does come out this year.
It's out.
Already out.
You can get it right now.
But it came out like the 13th.
Yeah, I still think I think that was the idea.
But
That's what we decided.
when we're doing our roundup
that's
at
the
the end of
thing.
next year, there's going to be so many other shoes.
But that's why I'm saying we gotta start charting.
But we can't.
These late because
We had
Evo
we put out our
SL.
any normal. We had to put out our list in November, so it's
Yeah.
like anything that comes after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how we do it. We
It's
just
just a
do
bad
it.
move, though, for brands. They're going to get lost. if you
Yeah,
get
It
a
is the
shoe out.
worst time to come out with a shoe because we're gonna get to the end of the year and be like, "What shoe do we like?" We'll be like, "Oh, the one that came out last month."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we should. I think
Recency bias.
I'm putting this in the Evo SL
All right.
on my 225 list of shoes to consider.
Well, and we usually try to do a list halfway through the year, anyways.
I want to
Like
do
one
like
halfway through
yeah.
and then one at the end.
I don't want to give other people ideas, but I have an idea of how we should make this shoe relevant.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make a list.
All right.
We'll talk.
All right. Anything else? I don't know. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah. All the things.
I hope you got what you wished for. Is the thing that you want most in life, is it an object or is it a goal or a feeling?
Wow.
What,
Just dropping that at the end.
yeah, we're ending the podcast.
Like
so you're-
happiness. Do I want happiness most in life?
I mean, happiness is vague.
I think I want most in life. I mean, I feel like I have most of it. I don't think I need anything else really.
What about love?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if that I'm lacking in any of those departments.
You can't take more?
Nah, I'm
What's
good.
happening?
I got enough, dude. There's the reservoir is filled.
Robbie wants less love.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Let's, this podcast is over.
yeah. I mean,
What if Carl
more
will give you
barbecue
love?
sauce is never.
All right.
I need a smoker. That's what I need.
There we
All
go.
right.
That's what he's
I like-
missing in life.
Oh my God. If Robbie has a smoker and then he's going to get a dehydrator, we're going to have jerky and smoke.
I'll be hunting deer
Yeah.
in
You're
Druid
gonna start
Hill.
making cured meats.
Yeah, I would be okay with that.
You know, you and Rob James should get together because you guys could start like a little barbecue thing. He used to smoke right off his back porch, right
Yeah,
a few doors down from you.
yeah. I just feel like I don't need another hobby. That's the thing. I could just get into another thing, and then it's another time suck.
Yeah. I'm like, I can buy a barbecue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someday though.
All right. Meg, is there anybody important you got to say goodbye to?
Hi, Ma.
Or hi? Do you say hi, Ma, or goodbye, Ma?
Hi.
You know what?
Yeah, one more thing.
The one thing I would actually, at some point, I need a cabin on a creek in the mountains.
See?
Lake Como or Deep Creek?
Como Creek. Yeah. That's the goal.
Como Carl.
Yeah. So anyways, that's my thing. That's what I want. All right. Someday.
All right. We'll be picking and a grinning on your porch.
Yeah.
As people go out to do a river rafting trip
in West Virginia.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right.
Merry Christmas, everyone.